Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm your Russian-American makeup and beauty addict. I love buying and reviewing inexpensive, affordable makeup from AliExpress, drugstore, dollar store, you name it. I'll test it and I'll pass the savings to you guys. This is a different video. This is one of my most expensive palettes, probably the most expensive I own. And this is a review tutorial of Jeffree Star, The Bloodlust. This is a beautiful work of art, literally, and we're going to be putting this on my eyeballs. So that's the look I created. And if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you know when I upload. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So give this video a thumbs up because it helps us, and leave me a comment. Let's get right into this video. So let's get into the tea and the shade. So what had happened was, as usual, I was like, do I need this palette? My channel is budget. I strongly agree with people that say you don't need so many expensive palettes, but I'm becoming a makeup collector, and since YouTube is my passion and I love making videos, I need to buy something. And usually I go with like Makeup Revolution, something of that kind of price range. But this palette was beautiful and I expected more purple, like a lot of people. So first I was shading it. I'm like, nope, that's not enough purple, so girl, bye. But my friend, Teresa, and me, we both decided, let's save you money. Let's not buy this. So the day has come and went. Friday morning, I did not go to Jeffree Star website. I did not plan to buy it. Wasn't interested. So by the end of the day, by about 6 p.m., I'm sitting at home browsing the internet. Let's see if he sold out. I'm just curious. I just want to know if he sold out. He didn't sell out. It was so crazy. The moment I saw it wasn't sold out, I'm like, I'm so regretting this. I'm having regrets. I need to buy it. So I went to my cart somehow. I looked at my husband and he's like, just buy it. I'm like, oh. So I bought it. I mean, I'm still like gagging over how expensive it was. But what's done is done. It arrived very quickly. No problems with it. The shipping is quickly, but the wait to ship is long, if it makes sense. For example, if you're in UK and if you order in Beauty Bay, you can receive it in 1 day. But Jeffree Star Cosmetics, they're still having trouble handling orders, I think. It's not as bad as Conspiracy, but it took like a week. I think it took a whole week for it to just ship. But then it arrived quickly because we're in the same city. So, you've seen it. The box looked like this. It comes in a pink box with stars and has pink paper inside. Pink and purple. It's very me, very Jeffree Star and very me. We have the same taste level. Not quite the same. I'm not gonna paint my whole house pink inside. It's a little tacky. Excuse me. Shade. Anyway, I like to be shady sometimes. Isn't it fun? Anyway, here's the box. The box looks very pretty, just like the palette. Has all the information and ingredients inside. Beautiful. It's a beautiful palette. Beautiful box as well. And of course we know what it looks like inside. What I was impressed with insert. Because this is not your regular thin piece of plastic. This is like thick. Has weight to it. So it's really protective, real nice. It comes with a little picture inside. And here's a fabulous, gorgeous queen. Look at that. Snatch. Yes. So, and here's a palette. We all know what it looks like. You cover the mirror so you don't get blinded. That's all the beauty right there. It is beautiful. I was thinking it wasn't purple enough, but it's pretty damn purple. So in the next clip, I'm going to do swatches. I have not swatched it yet. I've done the tutorial, which comes after. but I haven't touched them. So I'm gonna do quick swatches on my arm and I'll come back. Okay, just painted my arm while I was away, and this is what came out. They swatch pretty nicely actually. So this is Your Majesty and Take the Ground, the first two. You can barely see Your Majesty because it's very light, like my skin tone. You can see it actually. Take the Ground. Next is Deviant, Beauty Sleep. And those two, this and this, kind of hard to tell. They're very light. They're very good traditional shades. And then the Wet Jewel. So the Beauty Sleep and the Wet Jewel, they're very, very shiny. So the Wet Jewel I have it in the middle of my eyelid for the halo. And then we got Royal Pain. That's kind of a pinky one. Then we got Dungeon, Scandal Water. These two, really pretty. Can't wait to do this one. And then we got Sworn Enemy. And this is another beautiful, beautiful reflective, like a gold green. Pink Magic, I've got it in my eyes. Beautiful, reflective, nice. Next we got Bleeding Heart. It almost has a little sheen to it, but it looks like it's matte, but it's so soft and so wet. It feels like it's wet, it's creamy. Next is Executioner. It looks pretty, but it looks more wet, like on the palette. But when you apply it in the eyes, you can't even see the shimmer. And then you have Hiking, Wind Mood. Oh, Vivid Mood, excuse me. And then you got Monarchy and Blood Queen. These two. And the last two is Vile Serpent and Betrayal. So that's all of them. The last two, that's the last row, and then the one before, the first row. Well, you know the deal. That's all of them. I would say they actually even swatch real nicely as they apply. So as you can see from my eye look, I like very deep smoky look, so that's what I created. And I wanted the jewelry to kind of go with it. Very purple and a little more bling here. So you'll see how it applies on my eyes, and you'll see how fast I applied it. And I'm not gonna give it away, but you can tell I like it. I like it a lot. So in the next clip you'll see all the tea and all the shade. You'll see how it applies, and I'm gonna be talking about my trip to Dublin just a little bit. So the whole story with Dublin was we were planning to go on vacation to Italy, Rome, and to visit my mom in my country, in Moldova. But just before the vacation, there was a coronavirus in Italy. So my aunt called me and she said, do not come. So that was a lot of drama. They're literally freaking out. So we changed the tickets to Dublin, Ireland, to see my friends from a Sexy Sausages group. And then I wanted to go to Moldova as well, so I booked tickets to Moldova from Dublin. So this is a long story. So where I'm getting with it is my relatives in my country ended up telling me do not come because they have a lot of Italian Moldovans, Moldovans that live in Italy, coming back from Rome or from other cities, and they're all freaking out because of Corona. So they're like, do not come, we have all these people, they're all infected. I mean, so we ended up losing those tickets, giving them up, and staying in Dublin the whole week. So, but I wish I saw my family, but you know, it is what it is. And I got to see my beautiful friends, Anne-Marie, and Teresa is my best friend. She's my BFF, literally. So this is a video reviewing the palette, so let's get to it. The next clip you'll see me doing the eyeshadow look. Let's get right into this. So there we are. I got my one eyeball done already, as usual. I was considering doing both eyes at the same time, but you're going to see this in the intro and the first clip anyway, so might as well make the life easier for you and me. So I'm just going to comment about performance as we're going. Obviously I already seen how this performs, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to comment. Let's see. Zoom in a little more. Alright, so the first shade, of course I wanted purple. It's a purple palette. Purple palette. I just throw shade here. Anyway, it is pretty purple actually, to be honest, and there's a lot of shades that are really pretty. So I'm going for Blood Queen right away. That's the deep purple on a fluffy brush. And here's the tip. I already primed and I did my face makeup, as you can see. I got P. Louise base. And if you go watch Emma Mitchell doing Jeffree Star makeup with his palette, there's a video. And Jeffree Star was asking him, so you do the face first and the eyes later, and he says yes, you just have to be careful. And I absolutely agree. It's right up my alley. I'm no professional makeup artist, but I imagine I am. But anyway, I find that if you really need and you take your time, you're not gonna create a lot of fallout. If you don't have time and you're doing this before work and in a rush, you want to go real quick, then I would say do the eyes first, because you can then clean up all the fallout. So I just like to poke and take my sweet time. That's why I'm being neat. So I'm just taking a Jessup brush, and this is a Luxe Grease 228, and it's a little fluffy, but it's not excessively fluffy, gonna flare out the color everywhere. It's pretty firm at the end. So I'm gonna dip into the Blood Queen and go to my outer corner. I pretty much wanted to create some deep look, deep purple. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do exactly. I kind of wanted to do cut crease, but I wasn't sure which cut crease, so I ended up with a halo eye, and I'm loving it. And if I sound a little weird, excuse me, I'm having a cold. And this is the same cold I passed to Teresa. Sorry, Teresa. I just came back from Ireland. My husband and I went there. It was kind of a accidental occurrence. We planned our vacation for months, and we wanted to go to Italy, see Rome, but coronavirus happened. So instead of going to Rome, I booked tickets to Ireland. That was an easy decision. I got my new sexy sausage friends. In case you wonder what sexy sausages are, it's a long story. This is a fan group. Well, we're pretty much all friends now. Missa from Make Me Up Missa, she created a Facebook group, a WhatsApp group for her patrons. And I'm one of the patrons. She's the sweetest girl ever. So we all now friends, like all the patrons. So now I wanted to go see Teresa in Ireland, and I'm like, well, F Rome, I'm going to Dublin. So we rebooked everything to go to Dublin, and then I wanted to see two girls I met through the group. So Anne-Marie, which is a very sweet girl, beautiful, and Teresa, which is a YouTuber, is just like me. And she's very talented and beautiful girl as well. And I got to meet them both. And I gave one of them my cold. Sorry. So now I'm going to take another fluffy brush, even fluffier. And I'm going to Vivid Mood, which is more of a lilac-y purple, cooler tone and lighter. So I'm going to apply that and just blend it out. You see, there is minimal or no fallout at all. I did my base and I have no problems, no fallout. I'm just taking my time and I pick up a little bit of eyeshadow at a time. I'm trying not to pick up too much, because if I pick up too much, it's gonna fall out everywhere. So yeah, I met Teresa and I met Anne-Marie. It was the best time ever. Dublin is a beautiful city. And the people in Ireland are so warm and welcoming. It was amazing. I loved all of the people I met there. I mean, everybody, literally everybody I met was like extremely sweet and welcoming and housewarming. Everybody was amazing. I'm like still under impression. Irish people are so nice. So I'm glad our plans changed because of coronavirus. So otherwise, I would have to wait till next year to meet those girls. So you just blend these two colors together, brighten up the crease. I forgot where I was going with it. Anyway, I started talking about sausages and I forgot. So I'm taking small brush. This is a really tiny one. And this is just a 230 Lux pencil. And I'm going to go into the black right away, the Executioner. And this little tiny brush is good for the inner corner because my eyes are deep. So I don't want to create too much blackness in there. So I'm just going to go very lightly into the inner corner. And then outer corner. This black, the Executioner, is really pretty. It's sparkly, so the only problem I have with it that it looks so sparkly in the pan, but you kind of can't see it anymore when you apply it to the eyes. I mean, of course you don't want your crease color to be too sparkly because you want it matte, but still. Kind of like a Tati palette, the sequin shade is very similar, but I think the sequin shade looks a little more sparkly, so that's the only complaint I have. There is a little bit of fallout of the black, but nothing major. Nothing that would have to fix later. My skin still good. It's not really staining. The one that does stain is Morphe Jaclyn Hill black. I did my eye look with black and I did my base first. I had problems. When black fell out in that one, I had to clean up and add more concealer. I mean, it was a little bit of a mess. It's a good black, but it's stained. This black doesn't seem to be staining my under eyes, so it flicks off easy, which is a good thing. So I'm just trying to kind of add a little more black. I use a lot of brushes. I know some people like to use this, and I use this too. This is kind of like a Brillo pad, and the brand is RST. So this is a color switch. It's easy to switch the colors. But although I have this tool, I still like to use different brushes. Because it just, different types of brushes work differently. I like to use smaller brushes to pack, like this is small. So use this kind of brush to pack the black. Otherwise black is gonna go everywhere and you don't want it. Unless you want it. We can be extra and put black everywhere. So now I'm gonna put the same black into the low lash line. And here. Then I think I have to be careful with the inner corner. Because I don't want it to be too dark. So it's coming out really smoky. It's an easy blend, so I have no problems. I can tell the quality because, I mean, I'm a cheapskate, obviously. This was like a huge buy for me. I'm like still gagging at how much money I spent on it. But you can tell the quality, literally. It's like day and night from what I usually use. Although, I think Makeup Revolution makes great palettes. But I'm not here to make comparisons of Makeup Revolution and Jeffree Star. I love Makeup Revolution, but the quality, of course, this is like outstanding. Alright, so now I've done this, I'm going to go with some more P. Louise base, just a little bit to add a little brightness, and we're gonna go for the halo. Technically, you don't really need a little more base because I left this all blank, but I want to add just a little more here to create a higher crease. Just add a little more here. Just like I did on this side. So I found that the shimmers, they stick very well. Excuse my phone notifications, that was loud. Should really put my phone on silent. So I don't feel like I need a lot more base, just a little bit. Just to clean up the edges here. Because that color is very pink in the middle. So I don't really need to make my base extra white. It's still gonna come out nicely. Alright, so that's good enough. I'm going to take a flat brush and make sure I pack the shimmery shades. So the real wet one is called Wet Jewel. That's a pink one. This is the one that Jeffree was showing a swatch on his arm and he was like, oh my god, so wet. So it is very nice, but I find it with the flat brush, patting it on is the best results than doing it with a finger or with another kind of regular fluffy brush. So flat brush is the way to go. See? You pack it and it comes out really nicely. Yes, I can tell that the design, the star in the middle, is already disappearing because it's very soft, but I like this formula. I have no problems with this. See, the outcome is beautiful. It's still shiny and the packs on real well and really easy. So I'm using the same brush. I'm going to Pink Magic, which looks very metallic. The same thing. Put that on the outer edges against the halo eye right here. So just gonna create this ombre of deeper and lighter pink. And going back to light to kind of blend it out. They're not very far away in tonality, they're very close, so it's very easy to blend these two, and they're very shimmery. So I'm going to take one of the brushes I already used that had black on it. I'm going to clean it up and go a little more Blood Queen and blend this out of the black into the pink shimmer. Alright, so now that I've done this and I blended out the outer corners with a halo, it looks pretty similar to the other eye. I can touch up at the end if I think that they look a little different, because that happens all the time. So now I'm going to go with the low lash line and apply the blue. I was kind of contemplating whether I should keep it all purple, but I wanted to put a little more blue, so I'm just gonna clean up the brush, the flat brush I've been using, and I'll use the small one, this one. I'm gonna go into this Vile Serpent. Don't you love the names? I love so much drama. So put it here in the outer corner. It kind of blends with black right now, and you can't really see it that well, but at the end you see the blue. I'll take this same brush and I go into the Scandal Water. It's like a lighter blue, purplish blue. That's a really pretty color too. That is good to smoke out the other blue, to create a really smoky deep look. So now I'm going to take this pencil, and this is a Colourpop cream gel liner in the color Prance, and it's a really nice blue. So this is a little different from my usual white. So I'm gonna go into the waterline, and this is going to blend with the rest of the blue really well. I think I'm still not sure which time zone I'm in. It took us so long to get used to the time zone in Dublin. And then by the end, we were ready to leave. I got used to it. Came home, now I'm sleepy all the time. I'm completely effed up. Yeah, that gives you a real nice smoky look with the blue and blue. Go back to Vile Serpent to add a little more depth. I was thinking about highlighting with just a highlight shade, but I decided to go with that pink for the light one. Here's my brush. I'll just use the same brush because I'm lazy at this point. I already dirtied up so many brushes. Teresa would be terrified. My friend Teresa, she likes to use color switch, and she uses the same brush. And I'm using right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brushes. And they're all going to get cleaned after this, because I'm a little paranoid about cleaning. I need to clean right away as soon as I'm done. So I'm using the same light pink, the Wet Jewel, in my inner corner. Just pack it on. Because right now my inner corner is looking a little dark, so we want to make it light and bright. See that? Yes, I love it. And the brow bone, same thing. It really does give you that wet look. It's so pretty. And this is one of my favorite tones here in the palette. And blend this all out with this first fluffy brush with a light deviant. It's like almost lilac, light lilac. So add that a little bit in the brow bone to melt the matte and the wet jewel. I'll go back into that eye, make sure they match. Also good idea, make sure your eyes match. Alright, so to finish this off, I want to emphasize the crease. It's my latest favorite thing to do. I'm going to go with glitter eyeliner, and this is the InStyle to Jeffree Star expensive $54 palette. This is a dollar store eyeliner I usually use. I'm pretty sure this is the same BSN, that's a BSN brand. And let's install the expensive palette and put cheap AF eyeliner. Alright, that looks really pretty. The silver adds a little more sparkle. So now I'm going to go my usual eyeliner, mascara and lashes, and I'll be back with a full look. And if you're wondering, yes, I put eyeshadows on my lips as well. It's my latest thing. I didn't buy any lip glosses, so might as well use the eyeshadows for my lips. I'll be back. So my full makeup is done, and I used a couple of items here that I haven't used in my videos before. I used the Bang Bad Girl mascara by Benefit, and I highlighted with Cookie. And yes, I got Cookie. Thank you, Teresa. Thanks to you, I have this awesome item. This is like a cult item, Cookie by Benefit. I know this is not a video for you about the Cookie, but this highlighter became like a cult for a lot of YouTubers. And then thanks to Missa, she got us all on it. And when I was in Dublin, Teresa gifted this to me. Thank you so much. This is the most awesome blinding glass-like highlighter ever, and it's high quality, and it's my first high quality highlighter. Thank you. And the mascara is really good too. Also, I used eyeliner that is not that high quality. It's a Rimmel Scandal Eyes, and this is pretty good. Actually, I got it on sale in Walgreens for like $3. So this was good. For the lips, I'm using Focallure lipstick. That's liquid lips. And the color is 08 Old Rose. And then, in my recent fashion, I applied 2 eyeshadows on top. And I used, let me open this up. I used the wet jewel in the middle, kind of the same ombre as on the eyes, and Pink Magic on the sides. So between those 2 colors, it created kind of a wet look. That's exactly what I wanted. And I think I'm losing my voice. I'm still so stuffed. And no, it's not coronavirus, because I have like an upper respiratory. Anyway, talking about the eyeshadow palette, it's so beautiful. I'm still in awe. The look you can create, and it's such ease and blend so easily. I have no reason to suck up to Jeffree Star, and I'm still gagging at how much I spent for it. But the quality is there, you can't deny it. So let me zoom in and you'll see. And gag on this eleganza. Ooh, that's so pretty. Talking about eleganza, you guys watching Drag Race? On episode 2, so I've seen all the drag queens now, and I have my favorites. I love Jada. She's so fabulous. She's right up my alley. I love the Brita filter, and I love the French one. I forgot the name. Anyway, there are quite a few. There are a couple more I'm looking into, but that's not about the drag queens. I'm so all over the place. So this is what I came up with. It's really smoky, really deep the way I like it. I really love the pink wet shadow. I love the black smoky eyeshadow with the wet glitter in it. I think the black looks more wet on the palette that's on the eye than on the eyes. That's the only complaint. I thought it's gonna be more sparkly, but when I apply it, it's mostly matte. But that's not a problem. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. Everything came out nicely and easily. The fallout is minimal, but again, it depends how you apply it, if you have time. If you don't have time, don't go there to the eyes first. If you have time, pat. You know, the way I was patting, just a little bit. Very easily, very thin layers, and it's not gonna fall out. See, my face is still there. It did not destroy any of the makeup. So, in conclusion, I think it's a wonderful palette. Is it worth all of the, what is it, 54 or 58? Anyway, I forget. Is it worth the money? It depends. I think it depends on a couple of factors. Well, first of all, you could probably get similar quality for less money. Even Makeup Revolution, I'm not comparing them, but you can find similar colors. Or Morphe Jaclyn Hill has purple, black. I mean, there are palettes out there you can get for less, and it can create similar look. This is not about this look. It's about the quality you get is superior. You buy a work of art. It's literally a work of art. This is gorgeous. I've never seen such thing. I don't own anything like it. So you pretty much buy a collector item. So I'm looking at it like this. So if you're a fan of Jeffree Star or Jeffree Star Cosmetics, because we can separate the person from makeup brand. So if you don't like him, I have nothing against him. I mean, I don't know him, but he does beautiful makeup. So if you're a collector of his stuff, you're probably gonna want it. If you want his expensive palettes and you like the visual, you know, it's a beautiful palette. So I think it's worth it if you are a fan of Jeffree Star Cosmetics and if you like beautiful outside of this palette as well. So pretty much paid for the art, mostly. And the quality is good. So I think it's worth it in that way. But is it a must? No. I mean, you could get away with cheaper stuff, of course, but I'm glad I got it. And I'm gonna keep playing with it. I can't wait to get my hands on the blues and greens, and there's a gold. I'm gonna create some more looks with it. So this is the end of this video. So if you guys like it, give this a thumbs up. If you have comments, if you have this palette, let me know how you like it, or what would you use similar to it, you know. Let me know what you think, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 AM Pacific time. So I'll see you guys in my next video, and thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.